Pass. What's up, guys? We're almost ready. I'm just waiting for a few more people to fill the queue out. So get in there. Get them in there. We've only got 3 submissions so far, so post them up and let's get some stuff in. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. Did this switch? Hey, there we go. Hey, what's up? We have a different angle today. You get to see the right side of my face. I'm just kidding. So yeah, we're gonna be playing some Mario Kart World, and we're gonna be getting down on some tune feedback. The way that this works is you can submit in the Discord. There's a link in the description. If you like the last song that I played, there's a link to the new EP in the description. And please just keep it to one submission. And I don't really care if it's done or not. It's more of just having something to do and share some stuff with the community while I'm working. There we go. Let's try that. And didn't get anything in the critique channel. It takes a while, Cat. So I need this more. The other guy I get feedback from, he's great, but it's are completely different flavors. He's like sweet and I'm savory. I mean, if you want me to be spicy, I can, but that's, I don't know. I don't really like doing that, to be honest. But yeah, we have a decaf coffee. We have carbonated water. We've got some Mario Kart World. Yo, what's up, Far? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm kind of good at this game. I'm at least decent. So let's go ahead and hop over into the gaming scene. I need to do that from OBS because I don't have a thing here. But we're gonna set this up. There we go. Where do I need to be? There we go. Need to be there. And then I am going to have just a little bit of game audio on here, but it should be very quiet. Can you all hear that? Just, you can tell me yes or no. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'm in it. Like I've got some spicy clips, dude. I've gotten first quite a few times on the knockout tour. I think that I have like the, yeah. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you later. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to hop into the feedback and we're just going to get started. And forgive me, refreshing to get some feedback from someone who doesn't listen to the genre at all. You might have some insights you wouldn't think of yourself. Oh. Yeah, but is it's pretty quiet though, right? It's not too loud. Let me do a sound check and make sure that this is playing. Okay, so I need to restart my audio capture. Let's go. What's up, Jimmy? Let's try this again. There we go. And then I think that I can turn this up a little bit louder. Dope. Cool. So yeah, one thing I will say, everyone, is if you can, give me a comment on like what you want feedback on. I'm going to try to keep it to like not 20 minutes at a time if possible. And if you all can help me anytime, like if something goes up on the stream or like anything goes wrong, please let me know, because I'm having to pay attention to several things at once at the moment. So any help would be appreciated. And also, if y'all want to donate to support this establishment, comment on your submission, so that way I can have like a little blurb of what you're looking at, or like what you want me to focus on, and that way I can give you the kind of feedback that you're looking for. And if anybody's new, just post. Don't be afraid. Post. I'd like to think I'm like the most approachable person ever when it comes into this stuff. Let me adjust this very quickly. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to monitor this so that way the mic is not impeding on this. There we go. There we go. Now we've got a little bit more of an angle here. Okay. All right. So question, can you all hear me okay? Second question, can you all hear this okay? Third, is the game quiet enough to where it doesn't get in the way of the music? The levels seem fine, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, cool. All right. Sweet. So since we're good to go, Pak, you are first. The music is loud. I can turn myself up. I'm always quiet though. See, it's interesting because if you look at this, my metering is like perfect, right? At, well, that says -10, but maybe it should be like -6. Testing, check, 1 2, testing. Hello, governor. Better. Check, 1 2. Oi, aye. No distortion. Sounds good. Okay. Okay, as long as it's not like painful or it's not distorting, then that's okay. Okay, well, let's get started. And Pak, you're first. Again, leave me a note with what you want me to... Yeah, okay, people are starting to do it. That makes me happy. Thank you for following directions. I love you. I love all of you. Thank you. Okay, let's get going. Motherfucker. All right, so bear with me. What's it called? I can't look away, but let me get feedback on this and then I'll address your comments here in just a second. I'm most likely not going to make it. Yep, I knew that was gonna fucking happen. Yeah, unless if I can pass somebody up, which I don't see that happening. Oh, it threw me. Yeah, fuck, dude. This game. Okay, give me 1 second. That's kind of why I turned it down, and that's why I was trying to do that, so that way I could talk over the music. But first of all, I posted a link at the top of the chat of this in the Discord, so just scroll up and there should be a good link. If not, try that. Or if you're talking about you can't post an MP3, I'm not really sure what to do about that. That being said, I can make an exception so you can post a link, but I don't know, maybe try to quit Discord and then open it back up. So regarding the feedback with the drum and bass tune, the thing with it that stuck out to me the most was that it seems like you have the structural elements, you know, like you have a bass, you have drums, you have all of that, but I think that really trying to consider what kind of ways you can introduce these elements and also change them either timbrally or change the expression and stuff can be expressed, because right now it sounds very loop based, you know, to where it kind of just repeats. And so you have the main structure down, and now it's kind of up to you to add all of the details. You know what I'm saying? Because at the moment it just kind of is like, okay, here's the next thing. Okay, here's the next thing. But you can take your time and you can play with dynamics and building effects and whatnot, you know? So the do. The best way that I can express, or like I can communicate how to be better at arrangement in this way, is think about Happy Birthday or Amazing Grace, or like a song that everybody knows, and think about how many different ways you can play it. So as opposed to just playing it in the way of like Amazing Grace, like what would it sound like if it was sad? How would it sound if you wanted it to be aggressive, if you wanted it to creep in? It's giving your sounds more dialogue, I think, is the best way that I can describe that. And when you think about that, it creates the dynamism behind your track. The other thing that's really important is that it helps you diversify a common element to where it doesn't get repetitive but stays familiar. And like that is the best way that you can get out of like everything sounding just like a single loop, if that makes sense. So that would be my biggest feedback to you. I'm not really so concerned about like how your drums sound or anything else of the sort, because it seems like your focus isn't really in that. But I think that adding more detail and trying to make the track a little bit more eloquent with what you're wanting to say with the tools, or like with the characters that you have in the story, is what's going to help out a lot. Yeah, I appreciate that too. So like if I'm in the heat of a race or something and I'm having to pay very close attention, I should be fine on this one because I have a bullet bill. But yeah, I'd really appreciate it if like chat can kind of like back me up on, you know, helping other people get where they need to be and whatnot. So yeah, that's my feedback for that one. As soon as I get a chance to wait till I get to the next gate, and then when I get to the next gate, I will click on the next one. But yeah, dude, thanks so much for submitting. I appreciate it. Let's get in with Daniel. Really? What the fuck? Yeah, I think that's fine too. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna play you next after this because I know that you tried to submit in the queue earlier, so I'm not gonna make you wait. Can you all hear me over the music a little bit better now? Okay. Go, go, go. Okay. Tune is a little quiet. Just deal with it so that way you all can hear me. Like, you just deal with it for a sec. Okay, we're good. That sucks. Fucking hate the giant mushroom. Read the description. Remind me, in between races, when... Oh, you made me miss an item. I'm probably not going to make it. That was really detrimental. Like, I don't know if you all saw it or not, but the item didn't appear, or didn't pop back up. That sucks. Unless if I get really lucky, I'm cooked. Okay. Let me catch up with chat. This is a vibe, but I agree. It's more like a vibe for a game. Yeah, I think that, I think if you're actively listening to like a song, it would be good music for a game. It's, yeah, after being too loud, now it's a bit too quiet. I didn't see the pinned Discord link. I added you. My DJ name is back in the... Okay. The pinned Discord link is in at the top of the chat. You all can use Discord like this to find a place to go. Also, you did not add me. I don't have any friend requests for anything like that. Just give it a sec. Try that. Okay, so my thing with this is that I think that most of the elements are actually pretty good. I think that it needs variation in the sense that you don't really have a lot of change ups and you don't really have any breaks within either the drums or within the other parts of the track. It just like once the beat starts, it just goes, you know? And sometimes that can be okay, but for me, I wanted something that like maybe where the beat stops and you add a little bit of like reverb or delay or something to the melody and the bass plays, and then like you can build it back up. But I would really try to identify what the structure of the track is with each part within your DAW. And something that I do is I have these little check marks or these little like pinned comments of this is main section 1, this is the break, this is, you know, this is the next piece, this is the next piece. So for everyone else, I turned the volume up a little bit. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to deal with it when the next song starts, but I don't know. You also have to keep in mind that everyone else's track is going to be like, there's going to be different levels of how loud it is. But what can you say? Yeah, regarding Jimmy's question way back at the top, you don't need to have a track ready. Like this isn't, you don't need to send me, you don't need to send me something that's finished. In fact, I'd prefer that you don't send me something that's finished, because it's going to be a lot easier for me to give feedback. So I'm going to play Lex next because I don't have a DM, but I'm going to go ahead and hit that up and then we'll continue. Like, this is really quiet, so... Hey, baby.
Trying to comment, like a sports commentator.
You can. If you want to. You can play with me if you want.
I opened the door to the evil week ran out.
Oh, she ran out.
And I grabbed her collar just to go down.
She cried for you. Yeah, she cried for you.
That's so sweet. Baby, you like me?
She's like, where is mom? Love you. No! Yeah, it's kind of like wacky and for the context. Okay, so I think that the idea compositionally is strong. My thing is, during your main section, I would like there to be more contrast behind the do part, just because everything is relatively flat. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't really have the impact that you're wanting to create with that, you know? Aside from that, I think that the next piece of it would to just go right into something that elaborates on the musicality of it, right? I'm thinking back to, like, you know, Mega Man or to lots of game tracks and something, and this would be something that I would see more of like a platformer / action game. And a lot of times within those stages, you kind of like, it's really interesting because I've made a couple of tracks like this that are more chiptune, but in the same world. You don't really like need to have like crazy builds and like, you know, all that stuff within a track. You kind of just need to have like a compositional piece that goes like, it's this section, and then we're in this part, and then now we're going to go to this part, and then now we're going to go to this part. And if you have something like that, then you can kind of like almost put it on loop, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that the idea is strong. I don't really have much to say about it otherwise, to be honest. I think that you should maybe think about what you want to do next with it, and then see if the next part fits or not. I'm going to attempt to read what your thing says, but I'm in a little bit of a pickle at the moment, so give me a second. Oh, I'm good. Ugh. I'm not really a cake person.
This is not.
I'll say it again. I'm not really a cake person. How could I? I'm being kind by saving more for you.
You know what? I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It totally works. Can you do me a favor, honey? Can you read out what chat is saying? Just from maybe the bottom 5 lines for a sec.
I have, from what device?
From the front of the big screen. Bigger screen.
I can't, it's covered.
Okay. Fuck.
It's like Geometry Dash. I think the snare is a bit roomy for the track. Lucas says, yo.
Yo.
The goth atheist says, bet I'll work on it a bit more.
Yeah, I don't think that the snare is that big of an issue. To me, it sounds like a gated snare from, like, you know, an old dance track or something. Not an old dance track, but from a retro dance track. Let's go. I think it's fine. If anything, I actually kind of liked that you had a switch up snare at the beginning of the track before you went into the bigger one when the track started. Thank you, Ani. Oh, I thought you left. Sorry.
Farview of my city says, if you have spare cake, I'll take it.
Please, sir, can you spare me some cake? I guess it would be ma'am, because she's the one. She is the master of cakes.
I'm the god of cake.
The goddess of cake.
No, the god of cake from Hyperbole and a Half. The book.
Hyperbole and oh, the girl with the ponytail. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, sorry guys, give me a sec. I'm in a bit of a sweat moment right now. Yeah, the track is cool. Long story short. Maybe I should get a host on here to help read out chat. Would hey, I do. What's up? Would somebody? I don't know. That could be cool if somebody wants to hop on, and maybe we could do like feedback together or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud because I'm a little bit occupied. Employ my girlfriend? She makes like 3 times the money that I do. She doesn't need employment. She's fine. She's Gucci, is what we would call it. Bloop, bloop, and red shell. They said employ my girlfriend, and I said you make 3 times the amount of money that I do. She's got a real job with real skills.
Yeah, the god of cake.
Yeah, I can't look at the moment, baby.
Puts it in front of the screen.
You can put it in the camera.
Where's the camera?
Right here.
Oh. From this book. Hyperbole and a Half. The god of cake.
The god of cake. Oh my god, it's the cake.
Been made into so many memes. See? Cake. Cake, cake, cake. Cake.
I'm mad at it. No, not at all.
Picture of the dog on the front is pretty derpy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jersey is derp, but she's not like derp derp. You know what I mean? No, I don't think so. I'm about to get mushroomed again. Okay. That is not good. Did you see how the... Yeah, this isn't looking too hot. I might have one chance to catch up if I can get a double item here, but I'm a little scared. I mean, even still, I still got points. Yeah, that's rip. That sucks. Oh well. Should look behind me sometime. I do. You telling me to watch my back, man? It's fine. I still got points. Okay. So, can you imagine having skills? No, that's too much. String, I would like to get you situated. What's going on? Did you get it figured out or what? What's happening? Let's go ahead and go to Pistol and Bob. Oh, we don't have very many people back in. It won't let me upload. It says you have to pay. Yeah, that's because you're trying to upload a file that's too big. That's not me, that's Discord. Upload an MP3. Don't go telling me that I'm putting stuff behind a paywall. That's not me. Old webcam. I do, but actually my GoPro overheats a lot. You were gonna read what it said in the submission? Oh, right. Okay. What did that say? Especially in the first section, but I was gonna get some feedback on how to make this go harder in the later sections. It's a very blues track. Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, within this, the contrast, right? And if you can, a lot of times, like when I want to go harder on a track, I simplify any and like as many melodic elements as I can. Because if you are just having something that's a single bass note, that's like a rhythm, and like you simplify the state of the track, you know what I'm saying? Then that a lot of times creates that heaviness. And so it depends on how heavy you want to go. Well, that sucks. That just cost me probably 100 points. Okay, great. But yeah, simplifying your, like, take one element out of this track and just focus on creating like a whole new riff with that. Like, even if you did that, you know, so something with an element like that, and you just have like a sub, that's a really easy way to kind of get into that next piece. You have so many musical ideas in here, just pick one element and like, and express it, but in a more simple way. Yeah, just do an MP3. It's not that hard. I don't paywall stuff. Still needs a lot of stuff. Just started this recently, so it's pretty bare bones. I'm aware that it's a bit repetitive melody wise, and I'm looking to improve that, but all feedback is welcome, whether it's idea or mix or whatever. Okay. I'm not gonna make that. A bit more. A spare cake. Employ your girlfriend. Just look behind you sometime. That was pretty cool. I definitely like where you're going with the direction of it. And I think that I'm not gonna make this. Fuck. Actually, I might. I think that you already kind of have the right idea with let me focus real fast. Fuck, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, I got fucked. You have the right idea with the one riff thing. I think that it probably just needs maybe some details with the response, you know, because right now the only thing that you have going is the doo 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 doo, and like maybe somewhere in the middle of the track or whatever you can go doo doo boo doo doo, and have, you know, some kind of defined response from that. Yeah, sometimes I just get fucked in Mario Kart. Like there's nothing that you can do when you play on World Tour, like, or Knockout Tour. It's so, it doesn't matter how good you are, like the beginning and the middle of the race is incredibly luck based. What can you say? That being said, I think those would be the things that I would try to consider. You can also do other things too, where like you can play with the energy, right? You, like I said, you already kind of did that with in the different ways that you express the melody, which remember for the first two people, this was actually a great example of what we were talking about with like how to express a single riff in a bunch of different ways. I still would like to actually see more variation with it though, right? Like make the rhythm dotted or something, or make it staccato, or like make it reverbed for like one bar or something, and really lean into the genesis of kind of what you were trying to do in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already there. You just need to go like more into that. It's the same thing that I was talking about before. How many different ways can you play Amazing Grace? You know, if you have a melody, how many different ways can you write the same melody in MIDI, but without it being, you know, the exact same? Like what happens if you play with different octaves? What happens if you play with different like notations of it? What happens if you pitch everything up to a fifth? What happens if you add a chord to one of those notes? You know what I'm saying? Like the possibilities are limitless. It's really just a matter of like trying to imagine other ways that you can do that. I do this a lot, and I'm not calling your track a one riff track, but I make a lot of music that is a one riff track, and the thing with it is I just try to do exactly that. So I might change the timbre of the bass, so maybe I'm using a saw wave and then I use a square wave. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that you want to consider, because it's very easy to do and it keeps the track interesting while not losing its familiarity or its identity. Do I ever just straight up try to mimic elements of a track? Yeah, I have in the past, but these days I'm a little bit lighter with inspiration. That's not true. I have a track that sounds almost exactly like Cage. Yes, long story short. Yes, I do. Mainly want to change up the rhythms, but keep the core component. Yeah, so do 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 do, or you know, do 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 do. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit is very easy to create variations off of. You just need to kind of sit down with it for a bit. And if you can, actually, if you have a piano or something, that's a really great time to practice that of like, okay, you know, I'm gonna play this actually play the thing, because it's a pretty simple rhythm in a bunch of different ways.
Baby, give me see you later.
Okay, you leaving?
Mm-hmm.
All right, have a great time.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Fourth? I never know what that's like. What is it like to be in fourth place?
That's not true. You got fourth the other day.
One time out of 10.
Hey, it's hard to even place on this game.
What?
But yeah, that's my spiel. All right, give me a second. Let me focus. Hopefully try not to get ran over. Something that really pisses me off about this game is that sometimes the item boxes, no, fucker. Sometimes the item boxes will reappear way later than they usually do, and then you miss out on an item. And if you miss out on an item before the last gate, you're fucked. Yeah, of course. I'm sorry that it's kind of very hyper specific, but I think that the track idea is already there. It doesn't need much other than some elaboration, like you said, and you know, maybe just diversifying the expression. And like, they can be momentary. You don't need to create a whole entire section. That's something that Chi does a lot. That's something that I try to do, where you'll have like 2 bars that change the snare and then maybe bring the energy down just a tad, and then you bring it right back up. Like, playing with the dynamism on that is one of the best benefits with what? Playing with the dynamism of that is one of the best benefits of creating a track like that, because you simplify one aspect of the writing process in order to make the rest of it a lot more complex. And that's part of the reason why it works, and it works really well in halftime and hip hop. You know what I mean? Halftime stuff tends to be repetitive, but it's done in a way that's so tasteful because you're constantly diversifying like one simple idea. So, yeah. Dude, people in this game are assholes. Snipe. Snipe. Oh, did he dodge it? I don't know. See, like that was kind of interesting because I'm sure that guy ran through I'm sure he ran through the what's it called? Oh my god, help me out, guys. Ran through the item box, but it didn't even disappear that time. Yeah, it was a cool track. Sorry I'm making you wait. We can go to the next one while I bag. Alright, Kat. I'm gonna play this first and then I'll read your thing. Just get sweet. That's really close. Am I crazy, or are you modulating the swing? No, I'm not crazy. What? Yeah, I could tell. That's pretty cool. Hey, it's wonky, but I think that it works. It's not jarring, but I was like, wait. Okay, guys, this is it. Here we go. I gotta lock in for a sec. There's a shortcut right there, but I'm not gonna risk it. Nope. You saw it here. That was very interesting. Didn't get anything in the critique channel to try this. I'm still working on this, so any suggestions of what to fix and what to change would be great. So my biggest thing with this track is that I think that there is a way for you to link all of these ideas. Right now they all seem kind of separate, but really where you're going to make this all work is in the foreshadowing. because right now you kind of just have a thing to where like you go from one part to the next, and I would go back and spend some time on being like, how can I try to link these two sections together in a way that's a little bit more like, I guess just in a way that makes it sound like it belongs a little bit better. Does that make sense? And again, I'm not so like hard on the idea that you should take pieces out of it and that you shouldn't do it, but at the same time, the pieces like don't connect that well yet. And I think that once and if and once you can figure that out, it's going to be a lot easier for you to be like, oh, okay, you know. And it could be something as very simple as like a filter that has a really big sweeping motion, or something of the sort that gives it time for the next piece to develop, as opposed to, you know, oh, okay, here's the next thing. I will say the phrasing of the dubsteppy section and stuff did kind of throw me off a bit, but I think that it wasn't necessarily because it was unexpected, but it almost sounded like a key change, and I could be wrong, but there was something about it that just didn't seem to quite hit as well as I wanted it to. That being said, there's definitely something to be said for the juxtaposition, and I think that you're the person that I was discussing, not talking to, but I think that you were the person that was helping me out when I was talking about theory shit the other day. Forgive me. And so I think that you know what I'm talking about, but it's almost like a little bit too... If there's a way that you can tame the idea just a bit, I think that you can kind of like lock it in. One thing I would say is clip your kick a little bit harder. I would like to hear that kick just be a little bit more like, especially given the nature of the heaviness when you start to introduce those other ideas. But I think the track's cool. I went quiet during one of the theory section because I was... Yeah, but I think that you were helping me out, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, right? I was asking... I'm pretty sure it was you. So, I'm using that just as a means of like, I think that when it comes into the advice and stuff, you know where I'm coming from. That's scary. That's scary. That's scary. That's terrible. Please go. Please go. Fuck, that's terrible luck. God damn it. That sucks. I thought that the creature, like the water skitter, was going to like move, and it didn't. And I was like, oh, I'm safe. Oh no, I'm not safe. So what can you say? You win some, and then the very next race you get a dead ass last. It's great. We're in what you would call the 8,000 hell, and it's really annoying, but whatever. All right, here we go. Second tune I made in Cubase, just looking for feedback on mixing and melodic structure. And 142 is a reference to I Go Insane by Tony Lamy. Can you hear it at the 516 OG song? Okay. I never make that. Oh my god, dude, I lost so many points. What the fuck? Like, where's my item box? What the, like, do you all see that? What the fuck? That was lucky. I'll take it. Oh, I got another one? No. You made it much. Fuck, I didn't want that. Not there. Yeah, so that was cool. It felt like it should be a 10-second montage though, just because it was the same riff for 2.5 minutes, and the drums didn't change at all. You want to diversify and obviously like harmonize and add other elements, but like the only call and response that you have through the entire track is the da 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 da. You know what I mean? And like that's okay, but you definitely like it doesn't really tell a story. It's just kind of a thing that's like, here's a riff, and so you really want to elaborate on that. That's not to say that you don't have a second section, but given the fact of what the track is about, I feel like I could count the instrumentation on my finger with how many elements you had, and it's really difficult to make something that's compelling when that's all you have for 2.5 minutes. And so, you know, if you could have found like a lead or something that kind of like helps harmonize with that, or you had something that maybe even like a filter or something that changed over time to the you know, change the timbre of the main sound, that's also a thing that you could utilize to kind of give yourself a little bit more variety. Because like I get it, you know, it's about the jam, right? It's about the hardness of the guitar and what you're paying attention to, but at the same time it's just not enough to like keep my interest personally. And I wish that there would have been, you know, over 16 bars at a, you know, at a shuffle, or at a ride, or, you know, change up the snare or change the beat, right? As opposed to just another fucking item box miss. That is so annoying. I can never predict like when I'm supposed to be able to get like an item or not right after somebody grabs one. Sorry. Shit annoys the fuck out of me. I got item robbed again. What the hell? Please smack him. Please smack him. That's gonna be close. Fuck. Yeah, did you see that? I got scammed twice. So yeah, like you need something that's more than da 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 da. You know. Also, that riff is. I don't want to say never use that riff again, but like, never use that riff again. You can do better. You can do better. I believe in you. You can do better than. Like. Oh man. Yeah, so anyways, good stuff, man. Thank you for submitting. All right, positive people, you are next. I will say though, the mix was fine. The mix was okay. The drums were, I was actually kind of surprised at how good those were. Yeah, like if you miss out on items like on the last before the last gate, you get fucked. Like it's over for you.
All material is copyright.
I have to have a coming to Jesus moment. just a game. It's just a game. It's just a game. No! Fuck! No! Fuck you, Mega Mushroom. Fuck you. If I make it through this gate, you are going to die. That is what you fucking get. The same guy that ran me over, I passed him up. Oh, God, that... Somebody steals my item and then I get ran over by a Mega Mushroom. That's like the classic way of, like, just getting wrecked. Okay, so there's quite a few things to talk about with this one. First of all, I like the track. I like the idea. I think that the stereo and the bass, I can't tell if the bottom end is in mono or not, but it's super wide. That's not going to translate well to a mono system. I'm not sure if you just like used a super wide unison synthy thing or whatever, but I would make sure that your low end is in mono. I would also like a little bit more time to develop the contrast of ideas, because I feel like it's just silence and then it goes into the thing, or it goes into the bigger part. And regarding that, you don't have a lot of modulation with your bass, and I would like that, you know, maybe just some filter work here and there, or maybe even just change the timbre in certain areas, because the da da da, like it's cool, but I feel like it could say so much more. Yeah, I think that it could use a little bit more elaboration in that department. But I think that the overall structure, and I think that the overall idea is pretty strong, and I would like to see you develop that more. I've also noticed that for the most part, the track is relatively dry, and so if you had some elements that were in the background as well, that would also be pretty cool to like add atmosphere and provide a deeper mix for the emotion that you're trying to convey. You stole my item! Fuckface. Like, I almost wonder if these people are driving... like just looking behind the camera the entire time, because I'm like, how did you know that I was there? You know, like when they're on the track and they're on the opposite side of the track and then they fucking like intercept. Yeah, he tried to do that to me right there. Yeah, you better not pass me, fuckface. So I'm gonna throw a red shell here to try to get that Thank you, shit. Also, sometimes when I shell people, it's like, they don't even get hit. Like, they'll roll and keep the same amount of speed the entire time. And I'm like, what the fuck? You deserve that. You deserve that. They just pop back in! What the fuck? Are you serious? Unbelievable. What happens is that they actually have to get on their screen for them to actually get hit. Wait, what? Did you see that? Yeah, that's my item box. Thank you very much. You could... What was that? What the fuck? This game. This game. Yeah, that's what you get. Fucking dick. It's desync. Oh. I mean, even still, sometimes you see someone get hit with a shell and then they just, you know what I mean? They just magically... I've actually seen people fucking teleport in this game too. And I'm like, that's... Something is inherently wrong with that. In older games, you used to get hit by random things you couldn't see. I don't remember that. Not any good games anyway. Unless if you're talking about Call of Duty. If you don't like my complaining, that's okay too, but I feel like it's at least another source of entertainment. My commentary. Older Mario Kart games? Well, Mario Kart Wii was probably the worst fucking Mario Kart game ever for online. It was really fun, but yeah, probably the worst for that whole shebang. No, why did you get rid of that? I'm scared. Okay. Hello, look at my driving skills. Not today. Unless if somebody passes in, well, I should be okay. There's a double item box right here. I mean, honestly, whatever happens is okay. Even though I'm in first, I'm like half expecting some bullshit to come about. But, yeah. This is exciting. I missed it. I might still be okay. I'm Gucci. Let's go. Woo! You saw it here. It's twice I've won today. I'm decent at this game. I'm decent. I'm decent. I'm not taking like every single pro shortcut, but I know a few. Okay. All right. Caught up. Very insightful. Thank you. I got told my tracks sound loopy quite some time. Never quite understood how to spice things up. It's amazing grace approach. Although the track I got inspired by is also quite loopy, but I've not listened to it critically enough. Yeah. I mean, just listen to a reference track and listen to the, go back and check it out. Things out. Yeah, for sure. What was I going to say? Yo, what's up, Gloom? Grim, sorry. Yeah, like listening to, like, it needs nuance. That's what I think the big thing is those earlier tracks that we listen to need nuance. Right now is just loops. You need you have the thing, but you need to like actually say a sentence with it. I think would be where I go. Okay, Blue, I don't know. Here goes nothing. Just a little rhythm sound design experiment with Stream 2 after now opening Ableton for 2 years. I don't particularly like this, to be honest. I don't know. Just realized that I bounced this with minus 14 dB on the master by accident. Okay. You could replace it if you wanted to. This is at minus 14? I only got 30 points for winning? What the fuck is that? That chord. That chord was hilarious. I don't really have much to say about this because the idea itself is just like kicks and snares, you know what I mean? With the little bass thing. I need a little bit more context to be able to be like, okay, like, do you want me to comment on the sound? Because the sound seemed fine. I think that, you know what? One thing that I will say is that that idea was, you're going to hate me for saying this, but that idea was too busy. You were trying to put too many fills in with the I'll be good and the chords and all that other stuff. I honestly would just do one fill. You know what I mean? Because like when you have all that shit, it has to be done in a very tasteful way that should make sense to like the rest of the track, you know? Like fills and all that are great, but it doesn't always need to have like as much detail and stuff as possible. You can like really get away with less is more in this particular context. I almost would actually even prefer that you would have done a fill that was like a different rhythm sound or something, and then one I'll be good, and then that's where you go into your switch up or something. That was fucked. That was diabolical. Thankfully, it was at the beginning of the race. I think the mix seemed fine. I'm a little bit scared because you said that you bounced that out at -14, and I'm like, oh my god, what does +14 sound like? If I could imagine, I clipped that, dude. If I could imagine, like, even with that reduction in your master bounce, that had to be at least -4 lefts. Oh shit, I have a bullet bill. I need to chill. That's fine. Take it. Take it, bro. You can have it. Take it. I do not care. So I'm actually going to pull back on playing aggressive. I don't want to get lightninged. And I'm going to try to keep everybody relatively close. But behind enough that when it's time, because I'm sure that somebody has a lightning, that I can just use the bullet bill. And the other thing is that I'm kind of protected, sort of, unless if I get lightning bolted. I fucking got lightning bolted. Now I have to try hard. Fuck, man. Such bullshit. Alright, we're fine. That's so annoying, though. I was like, oh, yeah, we're good. Unless if I get lightning bolted, and then I call it. You should, like, always prepare for the worst in this game. Like that? Like, the dude just decided to turn around and be like, oh, shit, there's Alckemy. Let's fucking run him over. I'm having, like, extreme main character complex right now because there's 16 other people that are playing with me, but it's weird. I can't help but feel like sometimes this game does fucking just be like, nope, this guy, we're gonna select him at random, we're gonna wreck your shit. Get fucked. So I'm hoping that I don't get lightninged again, but we'll see. Yeah, we're okay. This is the... Shit. I hate the boomerang. Cannot stand it. That shit is whack. And I got cheesed out of an item. I apologize about the complaining. Yeah. Give me those. Give me those. I like that in this game, even though as annoyed as I am about the pop-ups and all that shit that just randomly hits you, it is cool that if someone else has a mushroom, you do take the mushroom, but it doesn't penalize them, or it doesn't penalize you, right, for having the thing. Going to put that right there. Okay, and then I'm just going to try to... That sucks. That sucks. I got lightninged again. What are the odds? What are the odds? Very high, actually. Still tugging my boat a little. Knowing that your channel is Big Liar Alexander for music production, I was wondering if there's a vid on arranging and adding nuance, as I put it. Yes, there is. There's I have so many on this stuff. Like, unfortunately, like, my channel is not Siri of like, hey, Alckemy, where is this? And I don't necessarily know, like, off the top of my head. Yeah, of course, the queue is open, guys. If you haven't submitted yet, hop in and, yeah, get in there and submit. But, yeah, like, if you watch anything of, like, any of my production videos, which I have a playlist on, or like I have some stuff that's like from start to finish, I might not be like, oh, this is what you need to think about, but the practice and the application is in almost actually every video that I do. Yes, but I'm going to give priority to the people that haven't submitted yet. So I'll do that because I want to keep it. I want to keep this going. Here's my track. I made an Ableton with faceplant for bass and the synth. The drums are some samples. Was it worth it? Rosalina, was it worth it? Now none of us get items. That was a personal attack. Did you see that? That was a personal attack. Wow. Okay. I had to cut the drift to avoid the bomb. This is honestly pretty sick. There's a lot to like about this. I'd like a little bit more variation in the bass. What? The dude didn't even take it. Scary. I think I'm okay. Okay. I didn't mean to use that, but whatever. Yeah, thanks. You just pushed me. I think your sub is too loud. Like, your sub is so much louder than everything else that it's coin? A coin? A coin? What a shit show. Alright, that was a pretty cool track. I think that it got a little bit repetitive because you put so many skill points into the main idea. The main bass is kind of cool, but for one, I think that it's too loud in comparison to everything else. Just as a general, like, take this with a grain of salt, but as a general thing when it comes into how loud I make my basses, I usually put it like -2 in comparison to my kick and my snare. Generally speaking, I try to have my kick and my snare around the same volume, but that's just like an easy thing to address. The other thing that I actually wanted to tell you though was that I think that the idea of your track and the composition of it is actually for the most part like pretty solid. The one area that I think that you could work on is kind of the theme of today, where you kind of just have the sections and you don't really create a lot of contrast and foreshadowing in between. Sorry, I got spooked. I thought he was going to run over me again. But yeah, the foreshadowing in between each part, like even on your breakdown, like you stopped everything and you had the right idea, but I would have loved for you to have played with something like space, with really big reverbs and whatnot. Get out of the way. Yeah, with things like reverb and space and stuff, in order to create like a much bigger sense of depth, I think. And when I talk about that, I mean during the breakdown, right? So like that do, like you could have also elaborated on that. I wasn't sure if that was a sample or not. It sounded cool. You motherfucker. Sorry, let me focus for a sec. So annoying. Okay, I'm good. I'm not going to stay in first the entire time, but I am just going to try to get as ahead as possible. Yeah, so... Jesus, dude. He's trying to take my head off. Yeah, so more contrast within those parts and like create more tension and release, I think is the better way to say that. And don't be afraid to like vibe out whenever you stop the music. Like not every single part has to be incredibly like dynamically full and interesting. Having like a place to where everything kind of calms down a bit and is just like, we're just going to relax on this and we're going to let everything unfold and kind of be ethereal and then go back into the drums and stuff. You, especially for a track like this, that's like, I don't really know what I would call it. Let's just say, yeah, I don't know, like a tech step thing or something. But yeah, I think that having that in consideration will really help the track shine. And I would say if I were you, I would go back and really work on it, because I think that you have a compelling idea. Also, you have one really cool thing, the do, but it would also be really sick if you had something to where, fuck, no, dude, go, shit, blow him up. No, he did that on purpose. God damn it. Yeah. So anyways, elaboration on that motif, the do, and play off of that. So maybe where like on the turnaround of the end of the 4 bars or something, you can have an extra, like another part that unfolds the rest of that melody. And that way you can actually have the foreshadowing of and tell a very complex conversation that's not just about the plum, 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 plum. You know what I mean? I also did not like that you made the drop like 3 decibels louder. That is one thing that I fucking hate when people do. And I'm not calling you a bad person for it, but I cannot stand that, because it's a really cheap trick that often is very dangerous and can be unexpected for people who are not suspecting something like that. Your intro is really quiet and then they turn it up and then they're like, oh shit, and then you blast them. 1 decibel is all you need for that. Please, if anybody is like listening to me that considers any of my advice helpful, don't fucking do that to your listeners. That is like a cardinal sin of EDM. Don't do that. It's not, yeah. That's like one of my pet peeves that people do with music. They think that if they make the drop 10 times fucking louder, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's amazing. It's really hurtful to your viewers, and it becomes really obvious, and it makes me feel like people don't have confidence within their track. You know what I'm saying? If anything, if you make your intro even more quiet and then you just play your track at 0, it'll have the exact same effect. But doing it that way, where you just turn up your main section, is not, that shit's not the way, bro. But anyways, great track. Let me see what we're doing here. We have Grim next. Shout out to Grim. That's what happens when I try to do too many things at once. Grim, if you have anything that you want me to look at on this track specifically, like, will you type it into your post and not in the chat, so that way I don't have to scroll back up for it. God damn, dude. Add a piano right here. And then also play with, like, varying your clap. You know, some little melody or some little motif. Do, 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 do. You know what I mean? Something like that. And then have, like, some reverb on your clap, like every other clap or something. And then, like, you're pretty much good to go. The only thing that I would say is, I say this with love, but fuck you for doing the exact thing that I told people not to do. Which is, you made your main section like fucking 6 dB louder than your intro, and I'm so glad that I'm listening at a safe volume, because that would have scared the shit out of me, and I would have been angry with you otherwise. Don't do that. The contrast is too large. I'm not gonna make it. The contrast is too large. It's too big of a volume difference for that to work. Thank you. I needed you to throw that shell. Now everybody, somebody get lightninged. Somebody get lightninged. I can do it. Yes! No! What? That's whack. You play 100, if not 1,000 killer tracks I did not like. The last 2 EPs, just some constructive criticism for you. How is that constructive? First of all, here's some constructive criticism. I don't like it. Try again. What? It's because I started with the drop and rushed the intro. Yeah. Yeah. I think that my thing with that is that would be the main 2 things. The other thing that I would say is I would play with modulating your Reese more. The first couple of times with the heaviness of it works really well, but it's almost like you did it one time, but I would have liked you to have done that at least like 2 or 3 more times. But I would have liked you to have synced the detuning and the movement of the Reese to where it fit within a time signature, or it fit within the tempo. So as opposed to just woo, like if it was like boom 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 and then like do 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 do, or like even slowed down or something, that would have been really cool. I don't necessarily feel like you needed like neuro bass in it, but I wouldn't have been upset if you had some kind of like modulated expressions that were even like high passed or something, just as like tiny little details. But the energy of the track is undeniable. There's literally like, there's nothing other than scolding you for doing the intro that I would say. That shit's not helpful. Like, as in like, it's harmful to people listening, especially to an early work in progress. If you're going to do that, at least give us a heads up. You know, I hear you when you say you rush the intro, but like, you know, I don't know. If I'm going to do something that's like ear grape or something, I'm going to at least tell people like, hey, this shit gets really loud right here. It's a courtesy thing. Oh, that was sick. I love your beats. I'm a huge fan. I do not like the song selection for the last few. I don't mean to be a dick. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I don't know what to tell you. Thanks. Like, that's fine. You can have an opinion on it. But I'll tell you, like, the last EP that I did was the realest thing that I've written. Like, that's the stuff that I've written that I'm like, this is me. And so, you know, I have a lot of stuff that I write, but yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, that last EP that I wrote was my best work. And I'm not sure what other EP you're talking about, because the last thing that I officially put out was my album. That was the last official thing that I released, I believe. Oh, I guess there's the Discult one. Yeah, I guess that there's also that. But I mean, if you don't like that stuff, then you probably don't like Halftime. Yeah. That's okay. Don't call it constructive criticism, though. Because that's not what that is. Why am I constantly getting, like, fucked over from a Rosalina? Oh, God. This is, like, the worst track to be on if somebody has a Mega Mushroom. Yeah, like, everybody's off. It's just sheer chaos. Bloop. Some shit we work on for 10 months. I got you, but, you know. I think it's important as well to be like, hey, you know, you can say whatever you want, but I also have agency in being like, well, this is what I think about what you say, you know. You're not that kind of person, because I know that you come in here often, but some people think that they can just say anything to me and then be like, oh, don't get butthurt, or, oh, you know, shut up and take the criticism. And I think that it's just one of those things of like, I have zero obligation to have or show any kind of respect to somebody that does not deserve it. Like I said, that's not really the way that I feel about this particular situation, but yeah, I think that sometimes, especially viewers, are really uncomfortable with people sticking up for themselves, and they confuse that with immaturity. And yeah, I just don't hold space for it. Okay, give me one sec. Pistol, if you... Yeah, the queue is empty, so everyone, if you want to add another one, you can. But if somebody new pops in, if somebody wants to come in, I'm going to give them the priority, okay? Oh, he had a horn. Nice. Crazy. Rare. I love Shogai. Danny, coming from nowhere. Oh. Oh. Banana. Thonk. 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 I don't really like the hammers, to be honest. I feel like it's... There's so many things that are like just straight up offensive that all kind of have the same effect. And I wish that there was more like defensive items. Like a reflector, you know? That like... Actually, that's a phenomenal... You motherfucker. Something that reflects something back to someone that sends something at you. That's a G-ass. That's a G-ass item. I'm pretty sure that that boomerang was not on the same plane as that that quack thing and me. And so I'm kind of confused as to how that hit both of us. What are the odds? Like, what are the odds that I run right into somebody that... Hit him. No. Yes. Oh, okay. I know that you've got a track waiting pistol, but give me a sec. Okay, I'll post one sec. Confusing it for failing rage bait. Well, I don't think that's what they were trying to do, you know, but... I don't know. If I wanted to talk with somebody about their EP or tell them what I thought, I probably wouldn't say I didn't like it. I'd probably be like, I really like this track. I wish you'd make more of that. Or I want to see more of that. Or I don't know. Some people could be offended by that too. I don't necessarily even know. I think Lucas is about to post something, so I'll probably get to him first. Well, I mean, even still, like, I'm still gonna get through it. Okay, we're coming up on... Did that just bounce back the other way? Please don't get passed up. Please don't get passed up. Please don't get passed up. That is some bullshit. Okay, let me catch up with chat. Have you seen the video from Reza talking to Luke Clan about making a beat at Guitar Center? No, I haven't. Last two were Hard One with Nobility and the 2024 recap. 2024 recap is a lot of songs. That wasn't an official release though. That was just like... Actually, the only rage bait in this stream is the game. Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's okay. I'm hoping that I'm giving you the right kind of energy where I'm not like, you know, but also being like, man, fuck, what the hell? Yeah, okay. This game, I got so mad at this game the other day. Actually, I was playing Smash and I lost like every single match that I played online. And mind you, I used to be incredibly competitive in Smash, but I just kept running into bullshit and like cheese. And I was like, why did I ever pick this game up? So I ended up uninstalling it. As much as I love Smash, like, I don't think anything makes me more upset than Smash. It's just... That shit just makes me fucking insane. Just pure anger. Okay, so who's going first? Pistol or Lucas? Play the ones that are truly designed to be a competitive game. I like Counter-Strike or Rocket League. Okay. My friend groups are super into fighting games. These really bring out the beast to people. I'd like to be competitive in Street Fighter, but I just don't have the time. Or I haven't put in the time, rather. Fucking lightning. Alright, at least I'm okay. I probably should have just braked right there. How did you catch up to me when... That was a sick snipe right there. Gleamy DVV. That's pretty funny. I get so upset when I get robbed of my items. Say I'm not feeling the major melodic progression. I think that was super. Dude, this is the third time in a row that I've got item robbed. Whatever, just make it. Okay. Did you all see how upset I was about to get? I was like, you motherfucker. Fucker. Why would you lightning right in the... It's really strange. That was a great dodge. Just need eighth. Just need eighth. Just need eighth. Fuck. Bro, this track is 6 minutes long. 6.5 minutes long. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the PCP route, which is praise, correct, praise, because there are some things that I thought that were working well with the track, and there were some things that I thought were not working well with the track. So bear with me, okay? This is also not my genre. I'm just gonna give you my honest thoughts, and I mean this as I'm going to tell you the things that I don't like, but I'm going to tell you why. I think that will be helpful. So here's the deal. On one end, your mix with like everything sounding clear, you know, like being clear was actually really good. So you got that part down. The song had very little, like, I never knew where I was in the track. That was the biggest thing. And that's something that it's not necessarily a bad thing in the sense of like, oh, you should never do it, but you shouldn't expect me to like, you shouldn't expect to hold my attention, I think is the best way I can say that. And because it doesn't have a focus, especially with how much texture you have throughout the entire track with only one break somewhere in the middle, I like, it was good for like Mario Kart, but I'm not going to remember that track. And I like some psytrance, but there wasn't really a clear motif or like a distinct thing that said, hey, this is what the track is about. And the fact that like you had these deviations of these bass lines that like did one thing of this change for like, I don't know, 30 seconds and then go back to the same thing. It was just like, wait, what? There was no elaboration. There was no like, there was no musical development. It was like, just here's all the texture and here's all the stuff. The sound design was pretty cool. You know, you had lots of lasery things in there and whatnot. But my question to you is why? Why did you have all of that? And what purpose was that supposed to serve other than just being texture? Because you could have had something that would have been a lot more memorable in the sense of, oh, hey, I'm going to have one textural element and this is going to add rhythmically to the track, as opposed to let me just fucking stack as much shit as I possibly can on that. You know what I mean? Dash glitch is a really, I know that you know dash glitch. If you don't know dash glitch, then I'm going to throw a shoe at you. But you know, something that I love about his music is that matter of tastefulness when it comes into how much he fills his track up with. That was some bullshit. That being said, you can make it more complex and stuff over time, but like let it unfold, build the energy, take it somewhere before, as opposed to just being like, here is all of this stuff right at the beginning of the track. You know what I mean? Like you gave it all away. I feel so helpless sometimes when I just get like bombarded from like item after item. I'm like, dog, can you like ease up? Shit. And then I get lightning stormed. Fucking back up. Back off. Just wait till I get a fucking my own lightning thing. All of you are gonna get fucked. Anyways, yeah, you don't need that much. Like, if anything, what I think about psytrance is actually having a lot of repetition and focusing on the intensity of like a single feeling or a single vibe. And then if you introduce something musical, like you need to commit to the musical part so that it helps paint the picture of like, hey, this is supposed to be something emotional. But the entire track, because it was all just texture, was incredibly ambiguous and didn't really have a solid, like, didn't really have a mood. I think that's the best way I can say that. And that's one of the biggest things that I look for within music, is actually having some kind of mood, you know? Like, you can sit in the realm of coolness, and I think that's what it felt like you were trying to go for, of like, oh yeah, this shit's cool and I got cool sounds in it. But because you didn't set the stage, it didn't really, like, I don't think that you achieved what you were trying to do because of that. So, yeah, again, I'm so sorry. I don't, like, I do not mean any of that as a roast, but just as like, here is an honest critique about like, well, yeah. That was probably like the best critique, I guess, in that sense that I could have given. But that being said, you know, the elements and the sound selection and your ability to put everything together in a way that actually like made it work. You know what I mean? Because I know that I complained about all that stuff, but like the mix was good. I could tell, I could distinctly tell all of the different sounds that you had, which I'm really surprised that somebody was able to pull off. I'm out of breath now, so I'm gonna take a second and just breathe. I thank you for not robbing me of my double item, you son of a bitch. That was scary. Wow, luckily I had an invincibility thing. Well, I don't know if you saw, but like every single one of those blue fireballs, ice balls, whatever the fuck you want to call them, stupid balls, fucking hit me. Woo! Sorry. That was incredible. Yeah, I love Mario Kart. I really dislike the RNG aspect of it, but from just like the driving perspective and all of that, like it's a lot of fun. Henrique is about to get wrecked. See, if somebody gets a spin out, I actually try to avoid them because it feels like a wasted... Like, someone else is already going to catch them on the flip side. But something that I really don't like about the player base is that they are so... What is the word? They're just fucking visceral. Like, if they see somebody that's, like, already slowed down, then they're like, okay, that person's out. I'm going to... Instead of bombing on somebody ahead of me or even somebody behind me, which is also really fucking annoying. Yeah, nice try, Yogurt. Get wrecked. Okay. Sweet. Alright, sorry guys. I'm gonna pay attention for a little bit, if you don't mind. If you all can, keep the chat alive. Say cool things. Say nice things. Say mean things, I don't really care. That was good timing. No! That was terrible. Nice dodge. Bad dodge. There's only so much I can do to, like, avoid obstacles that are just being, like, bombarded on me. Oh, Yogurt was the dude that tried to take my shit. Alright, well, Yogurt gets to live for now, but I'm gonna try to just speed up ahead. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. Just hold on to it. Okay. Sweet. Oop. Why? Why do two people... Jesus Christ, bro. How did I get run over? That's insane. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Nice things, mean things, whatever. Just say things. Okay, second submission gets everyone else first. I still have some time left before the release to fix some things, except for some minor things in the mix. I'm wondering if I should fill out more in details. Leave it kind of minimal as of right now. Okay. Time is it? 6:17. I heard this before? I think I've heard this before. Yeah. No. We still have time. This is not that big of a deal. It's just annoying. How did that happen? I think you should add that in there just because that would be that little motif. Do, 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 do. Yeah, really what I think the track needs is like, it's nothing but dry sounds and you have none, like essentially no background elements. What I would recommend, fucker, God, that makes me so annoyed, is if you know how to create like feedback distortion, yeah, that's, yep, feedback distortion with reverb. Just, you know, really distorted sine waves, like the tearing sounds that sound metallic and brassy, do, you know, shit like that. I think it would really help the track stand out like a lot. But that's really the only thing. I would also say like having just some other, like, you have hard neuro sounds, and I would also like to see like softer neuro sounds. You know what I mean? That's not good. I only meant to use that once. I still have time though. Well, assuming that I don't get into like fucking item hell abyss, I should be okay. Assuming is wrong. That makes an ass of you and me. That's something that, fuck my dad, but that's something that he told me as a kid that I will always remember. Alright, I'm trying to keep my eyes open for a shortcut here. I'm in 10th and I'm kind of comfortable, but I'm worried about... Nope. Not this time. Alright, we're good. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh. You know, Pistol, what was that? What the fuck was that? I was just talking with Tompu last night on our interview, and I was talking about, like, how a lot of people from my Discord have, like, made it onto the label. And so, you're also one of those people. Oh, shit, we're good. We are so good. That never happens, and because I have the lightning bolt, bruh, it's over. It is so over. Alright, so after everybody gets this item thing, that's when I'm going to use the item, or that's when I'm going to use this. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I can imagine, or like I could understand, but to be honest, like, dude, you did it. Congrats, you know? So like, big ups to you. Big ups to Philippe, to Grin. Like, all of that is off of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's unfortunate. I don't think that I could have drifted out of that, to be honest. Snipe. I'm over here like moving in my chair thinking that it's going to help. Okay, so this guy behind me has 3 shells, which I'm kind of worried about. Actually, I should be fine now. Boop. That was nice. No! Give me a shroom! That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. I'm most likely not going to make it, but I'm going to try. So they give that person... That's some bullshit. They gave that person a gold shroom and they gave me 3 mushrooms? Like, come on, dude. I think I still got points though, so whatever. Venom. Grimtech, we have another one from you. Yeah, it's a great track. I would just add some background elements.
There's no turning back now.
I would personally change the melody of that part. Or sorry, change the sound of the second half of that melody. No, stay. No, you son of a bitch. That's mine, thank you. Fuck. Yeah, I would maybe bring the riff back. The boom dun bum bum dun bum bum boom, and then like do a B version of that. But when that part happens to where it breaks down into something more melodic, I would have a different sound for the second half of that. I think the reason why is because it's kind of like, you know, when the sound is interesting but it kind of gets played out. I'm not saying that the sound is played out, but I think that it would be better expressed if you had more variety on that level, if that makes sense. It was really cool track though. Like the energy, man, that you have within your tracks now is just like, it's crazy. It's like every track. Like, I feel like I can only pull that off every once in a blue moon, but the fact that you're super consistent with it it speaks volumes. So, good stuff. I think Zane is getting ready to post if he hasn't already. What the fuck was that? Okay, whatever. I have a feeling that I'm gonna get bolted, so I'm gonna... Fucking called it. I know this game really well. I think there's certain things that I have that I prioritize. Like, you know, I think I put most of my skill points into something like a groove, right? But, fuck, the heaviness of your tracks, no! Is just something that I'm just like, shit, man. Thank you. I'll take that. Bye, people. See ya. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I don't really care if you all like the video today or not. Today is kind of, like... It's just one of those things where, most of you are going to probably release your music and stuff anyway, so I'm not even going to monetize the channel. Or monetize the video, so... It's like a community day, just to hang out. Yeah, you can fucking fuck off with that shit. So this guy ahead has 3 red shells. So I'm actually gonna... I'm not gonna even try to engage, to be honest. But we sent one out. I'm gonna see if he gets rid of the second one. Wow, that's crazy. 3 shells, 3 bananas. That's insane. Hey, Zane, what's up, bro? Okay. At least they didn't take my... Alright, we're okay. Just... Like, going up against somebody that has 3 red shells when a gate is passing is like the scariest thing, because it's like, fuck, dude. I was going to try to take the shortcut, but I didn't think that I was going to make it, so... Hey, 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 hey. Wow, so many people have 3 red shells, dude. No! Okay, that wasn't too bad. I'm going to hold this item until the next item break. And then I'm going to try to just utilize that to snag, okay, a double item. And to be honest with you... Oh, there's another item break right there. Did that not hit that guy? What the fuck? Oh, okay. My chances of surviving just got like 10 times higher because of that. Oh yeah, I'm good. I am so Gucci. Okay. Yeah, okay, thanks for hitting me with a green shell. Now here's one back at you. Fuckface. Just don't get ran over. Don't get ran over. I got ran over. That is just heinous. If you're in like last place and somebody comes and still runs over you anyways, that's just wrong. Sorry guys. As soon as we hop out, I'll play, or as soon as I figure out what happens with this race, I'll play the next one. I'm going to try to be as entertaining as possible while we duke this out. So there's two people behind me, and I am a little bit concerned that somebody might get another lightning bolt. But I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and just try to get ahead. In fact, what I'm actually going to do is when we start getting close to this item right here. Yeah. Thank you for not giving me an item. Again. What kind of shit is that, dude? I feel lucky there, to be honest. Oi. No. So I'm going to actually hold on to this because it's both an offensive and defensive item. It's not really good when you're really far away, but it is really good when... For... Stay in it. Come on. I could do it. Damn. All right. Just watching while working. All right, let me use the bathroom quickly, and then when I come back, we'll listen to your track. Just checking in to see what my dog was doing. Okay. So you guys have a good night. Yeah, dude. Take care. Man's a bird the way he can sense electrical currents and predict lightning. Sound gets old by the second time the drop happens. Gonna head out. LO is saying that makes me think you know me. Time someone has to go to the bathroom, you must remind them to have fun. Why? Why? What? Do what? Alright, Zane. Is there anything that you want me to listen for this track? This is probably going to be the last one, and then I'll probably head out because I need to feed my dog. Oh my god, dude. That is the worst fucking... What? The car was pushing me back? Zane, that was sick as fuck, dude. I have some personal taste suggestions that are not pertaining to what I think you should change, but things that I would like to see. Also, I'd like you to show me how you made that bass. The biggest thing is... your sense of how you're playing with restraint is really strong. I would like to see you open it up, at least like as the track is progressing. Because right now it's just do, and so like making that more aggressive over time, and you know, adding like some high-end energy and stuff like would naturally make that go really well. And then what I would do actually is, as that's building up, I would do a second section to where it is completely open. And then you have another thing that's like playing a ride or something. And then you can go into something that's like, that's so fucked up. You can go into like a roller, right? Like, and then have that kind of open, and then add a motif as switching up the call and response. And then pulling it back again and restraining it like again would be fucking sick. I don't know if that made sense or not, or if you like see the vision that I have for that track, but that would be my suggestion about like how to, I don't want to say finish it, but how to get it to the next part. Woof woof. But yeah, dude, that was really cool. I'm glad to see what, I'm always glad to see when you submit, because please make it. Please make it. Okay. Yeah, always glad to see when you submit, because I'm just happy to see when you're making music, because I know you're super busy. Did you have any questions for me regarding the track, or was there anything that you wanted me to look at? Yeah, please finish that. All right, he's not responding. Yow. Did you hear all the things that I just said? By chance? Nothing in particular. Yeah, I loved it. Loved it. I was hoping I'd get a wall ride, but guess not. So for the sake of trying not to get ran over, I'm going to push. I still have 3 mushrooms, so I think I'm okay. Never mind. It's anyone's game. Jesus Christ, dude. With my luck, I'm most likely about to get blue shelled. Thanks for the tip. I fucked up the tune, but I saved a new version. You fucked up that version? That is literally the worst 2 items that you can give me in second place. And you robbed me of that. You fucking assholes. Oh, that was almost a great snipe that somebody threw. Pissing me off over here. Got there about 7 o'clock, pissing me off. If anybody knows that reference, it should not be a thing. It should not exist today, but it was funny for the time. So, to be honest with you, I'm not really concerned about trying to take first place. I just want to hold second, or third or fourth. If I can hold second, third, or fourth, I'm fine. And the big reason is because he's most likely going to get blue shelled again at some point. And I have both an offensive item, I have a defensive item because somebody fucking stole it from me. But other than that, we're okay. That low-key scared me. It's fine. It's definitely fine. Dude, second place and you're giving me a coin. Like, what? What is this? Okay, so there's that blue shell I was talking about. Yeah. I don't know how he just picked up like that. And oh, because okay, never mind. He had food. Okay. Please give me a shell. Okay, I'll take that too. Dog. Whack ass shit. I got scared for a second. I was like, no. Please make it. 2 blue shells in a row? That's insane. Like, in one passing? That's fucking wild. And extremely annoying. Yeah, trying to take everybody out now. Gold shell, I'm taking it. Let's go. I got they threw me a bone right there. It's okay. I'm still in the race. Like, because of the knockout tour, you don't even necessarily want to be in first all the time, just because like they're out to take you out. So it's okay. A lot of times, like, there's this tech called bagging where like you can actually kind of hang behind a bit. And so what I'm doing is well, just that, is I'm kind of bagging right now and making sure that I don't fall too far behind. I don't want to be behind this person. Okay. It's okay. I still have a shot. I just need to play really well. I don't have a shot. That fucked me over again. This game prides itself on fucking people over. Where's my draft? Where's my draft? Ugh, this game. It's fine. I think I still made points, so Yeah. That base is a faceplant patch. Yeah, dude, I think it's awesome. Like, I have a really hard time with getting like the morphing like that. Like, if I'm trying to create like a valley thing or something, I can do that, but getting the wolf, like that kind of shit, like I would think it's just a band pass, but I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong. But anyways, I love the iteration of that. It was super clean, and I lost points because of that. This game is brutal. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Much love. So yeah, thanks for joining me on the feedback. I'm glad that I at least had some submissions today. I'm not going to do this every week, but time to hit the sack. Yeah, I'm going to go and give my dog dinner and probably eat something myself. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. If you did not get the chance to check it out, look at Saturate Records interview that I just did. I had to re-upload it because for whatever reason, my capture or OBS was recording my other screen, and I have never set that up to record that. So I don't know how the fuck that happened. Sorry, Tampu, but I fixed it, or at least like made it more, I made it work. Long story short, that was really unfortunate. That's what I get for not looking at my DMs while I'm doing an interview. But yeah, check that out. I've got some video stuff that I'll be posting as well. So tomorrow I'm going to spend most of the day editing, and we'll have some new video stuff up. I'm excited because we have, like I told you all, that I'm changing the format, and I'm kind of gearing or like steering away from tutorials. And so I've got like some beat making videos and stuff that I'll be doing, which should be pretty fun. Hopefully. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I would love for you all to watch it and just be like, I like this, I don't like this. I don't know. I'm pretty much out of stuff to teach. So that's why we're doing beat making videos. I don't really have, I don't know. I have some conceptual things that I'll be covering, but for the most part, I'm like, everything that you want to know that I know how to know is available on the internet as far as music production. So in that regard, much love. Thank you all. I'm glad I at least got a couple of wins today. And hopefully I'll see you all around. Have a great rest of your evening. And yeah, you got to go through my old tutorials. I'd recommend it. Some of them are good. My other option, if like my views do terribly and people don't give a fuck about my beat making videos, is I'll just remake my old tutorials and like refresh them. But I don't want to do that. I'm tired. I'm tired of tutorials. Tired of teaching for free. Straight up. Love you all, but I'm tired of teaching for free. So anyways, much love, guys. Check out alckemy.com if you want to support the channel, and I will see you all on Monday. Bye, everybody.